Yo guys, what's going on? In today's video, we will be ranking all of the Loyalty nations. So yeah, that's the video. Please don't attack me for my opinions, because that definitely did not happen last time. But if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment, like, and I will see you guys in the next one. Just enjoy the ratings. J Police has somehow ended up at the bottom of 2 lists. It's quite sad, but J Police does have a semi-worth of excuse because he joined quite late on the server, but like right before it was about to end, 2 months before it was ending, so fair enough. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about the space. It's not the greatest. I mean, with the shots, the cinematics are cool. That's going to be happening throughout the video. It's pretty cool, but the interior is lacking hard. So yeah, that's the rating. Anyways, let's move on to number 18. Alright, number 18 is the Volcanians. Ignore Slayer. He was in the world just doing stuff, and me and him together as a collective group are ranking them, and he also gave me slow falling for some reason. I don't know why, but we're just gonna roll with it. Volcanians will end up at number 18 because their base isn't really the greatest. Like, look at this, like the map's unfinished. Like, I don't even know what this bit is used for. Slow falling was like really annoying, but yeah, this was like the only really good bit about this base. But like this interior, like it's cool, I mean, but like it cannot save it from detrimental flaws that its outside area has caused to it. Like, actually, I mean, I may be a very interior guy, but like this exterior is just so bad. It's so bad. Like, look at this. Like, this is just the end. Like, what? Yeah, that's why Volcanians ends up in number 18. Let's move on to number 17. Alright, Suntopia maybe have been crucial to lore. Mick may have had a video that I was in here. But Suntopia is kind of abandoned, and all it is really just a farm. Some stuff under cliffside, I'd call it. I don't know how I describe it. But Zootopia doesn't really offer much. I mean, it's abandoned, but like, yeah. Also, I just realized while doing this voiceover, I forgot a bit. But yeah, we're gonna ignore that. It would not save it from the 4.5 rating that it's at, not gonna lie. So yeah, Zootopia's kind of like barren and abandoned, you know. So let's move on to number 16. The Tuxters lands up at number 16. Slayer may oppose me for this, but the Tuxters, it's just NBA, a half-finished mansion. It's just the front, and then LFC, Liam's Fried Chicken, his unfinished restaurant. So yeah, and the only thing that like is cool is the walls, and then like I guess a statue. So like yeah. Like, those just save it, I guess, from, like, the detrimental loss to that. But yeah, let's move on to number 15. Slayer also may get on me a lot for this rating, too. Because, he said Tuxter's better than this, which, you know, that's his opinion. My opinion is that Jungle's better, since it also has sentimental value for me. You know, makes rating better. The Jungle was the first base I was at during the Loyalty SMP. It had me, Clash, Mick, Adam, /Jundas, and Atomic here. It was a wonderful base. It may have got destroyed in lore, but the Jungle will forever be a place in my heart, and it is just wonderful. It was wonderful before this explosion, but we're going with the explosion version, so guess it lands up here. But let's move on to number 14. Clash's base, the Flatlands ends up here. He may have been like one of my best friends on Front of Land and Loyalty, etc., etc. But his base isn't the greatest. It's just a house and an LGT. LGT kind of saves it, not gonna lie. And his house is also cool. Well, it's kind of cool. And also me being friends with Clash since like the very beginning, since around when he's 2. The man let me live in his house, bro. He let me live in his house and let me live with him, like, bro, that's amazing. So yeah, that's why his house lands up at number 14. So yeah, let's move on to number 13. Yippee! Alright, Hustling able to get a 7, but like Hustling's not worth a 7. So I'm like really sorry. But Hustling does not land up at a 7. But I did give it a 6.8 instead, just barely being higher in Clash's Flatlands base. Also, it is just this villager halt thingamabob, and then Train, which Trainosaurus MC is a cool guy. Slender, sorry for just casually breaking through. Sorry about that one, buddy. And then Creeper Farm, but that's really all of his bases, and then whatever this thing on my bob is up there. But yeah, that's why Slender's Hustling Honeys will end up at number 12. Well, actually, technically, and Boy Richards, but yeah. But let's move on to number 12. Alright, Cable's My Own Nation ranks up at tier number 12. I was trying to be super unbiased, and I think I successfully did that. Of me and Slender's vote combined, I gave it like an 8. Slater gave it a 6. That averages out to 7 in my opinion. I don't know if that's how math works, but that's what I'm going with. But Cable's lands up here. It's actually pretty cool. But my main issue with it is that a lot of it is spread out. Like I have my main cave area over here, and then just up here I have this. Yeah. Cable's isn't the greatest with area really, because a lot of the things in it are spread out. And there's no necessary border walls, so you can tell where everything is. But yeah, that's why Cable's lands up at number 12. Let's move on to number 11. Alright, before some of y'all will get mad at me, because I showed Samus's rating. It's these ratings. And he's like, bruh. Don't UB land up at number 11. Why? Everything's too, like, sparsely spaced out, in my opinion. Like, if I was just ranking them individually, like, if every single bit of the UB was its own nation, like, literally, it'd be much higher. Like, but, like, the UB itself, it's actually pretty good. It's just, I don't like that all the things are spaced out. Like, the builds are actually good, though. What else is it? The walls. This is like one of the only nations to actually have walls. It's just straight wild. It's straight wild. No, not the one of the... Actually, no, Tom's also... Never mind. But yeah, UB is one of the only nations that have walls in it, which is actually pretty epic. And all the members in it, Stars, Kraken, Adam, Mick. I guarantee you they all worked hard on this. But yeah... we're gonna change it up a bit since UB has multiple areas and multiple members. There will be 11's A through E. This is also gonna be the same treatment for every time when it comes up later in the list. So yeah, let's move on to 11A. Alright, you're probably wondering how the hell did Stars' UB house get -3? Well, and this area. Yeah, you'll see why. It's because of this monstrosity. Yeah, I don't know what this is. It's plain garbage. But yeah, that's why Stars lands up at the bottom of the 11A, B, C, D, E, you know, etc. Well, actually, well, that's it. Okay, let's move on to 11B before I confuse myself. Alright, Kraken's area lands up at number 11B. It's a huge jump. Stars is -3. But an 8's pretty cool. I don't know why it's there, but yeah, it's pretty cool. The back rooms is also amazing. Like, I completely forgot about Kraken's back rooms, you know? And Kraken's back rooms that he built here under his house for some reason just lands up all the way up here at 11B. But anyways, let's move on to number 11C. Alright, Adams/Dundas, whatever the hell you want to call him, his area in the UB will end up at number 11C. It's pretty epic, not gonna lie, but some things such as his mansion, I'm presuming that's what this is if I remember properly, are unfinished, and the interior is lacking, not gonna lie. But if we include everything else, such as his hotel was actually one of the things he spent a lot of time working on here. And it really does boost the ratings. Ignore the phantoms. I just casually, did everything. But, yeah, that's really why Adams lands up here at number 11C. The hotel really comes in clutch with helping it rank up. Not gonna lie. So let's move on to number 11D. Alright, number 11D is Mick's area. I don't really have much to say about this one, but Mick's all-around area is actually pretty epic. Dude Burger has hole. Yeah, Dude Burger still has the traps that were used in it to this day. Yeah, But the rest of Mick's area is pretty cool, including Dude Burgers. They all add up to Mick just getting a 7.2. And how does Atomic land up at a high on another list? Like, genuinely, how? Alright, number 11E is Atomic's UB area. It lands up here for reasons. He technically has the dragon in his area. He has this house. It's not interiorized, but it actually is pretty epic. And then he also has this other underground area that I'm flying to right now. He has this area. Down here was where he actually, had his stuff, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, down here, he actually, lived kind of down here. And he actually did have this cool design. I don't know what the hell that was, but yeah. But yeah, he did have this cool design. Anyways, let's move on to number 10, finally. Alright, Aquamania, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it would have gotten lower if it wasn't for Adam changing up his base at the really, really end of the server. This is just pure madness that he really grinded all this. I know he used like Bananas Villagers, but this is just straight mad. This is straight insane. But yeah, Adam did have other areas of his nation, but they weren't finished, so he blocked them off with the lava blocks. But yeah, that's really why Adams lands up, his nation, Aquamania lands up at number 10, and let's move on to number 9. Alright, shockingly, Endopolis does actually rank up pretty high. It is a pretty cool thing that actually Banana did work on by himself, so, yeah, maybe this gives it some extra points, who knows. But this is one of the most coolest builds I've seen on the server. He turned the end into something that I've never just seen on a Minecraft server, not gonna lie. There's literal jungle trees. Like, huh? There's just trees. The obsidian pillars, I think he didn't use them, but he did mine the iron bars in a certain way. Yeah. This place does also have, like, 2 beacons, I think. But yeah, it is pretty cool. All of these, like, pillars, like, all of these, leverage points, if that's what, yeah. But yeah, the end is pretty cool, so let's move on to number 8. Alright, Samus's Outpost lands up at number 8. It may be like a collective group of areas. That was like my main complaint about the UB. But the thing that makes it better is that it's one house, one person, rather than 4 people at once. And Samus's house is actually pretty cool, not gonna lie. And his area is also pretty epic. So that's why I went up at number 8. Anyways, let's move on to number 7. Alright, Beavers is up here at number 8, shockingly. His base isn't the greatest, but Slayer kind of did give it a 10, which did kind of affect the rating. And also, Beaver is one of the most epicest persons I've seen him play. Also, this area, this house is pretty cool because I jump scared him. Yeah, Beaver also is kind of cool. I've watched a lot of streams, so maybe that's some slight bias, but it's not my base, so you can't get mad at me. But yeah, I gave Beavers like a 7, not gonna lie, so I just averaged it out to an 8.5. But yeah, this area right here, when it just, obviously gets down there, blah, 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 let's wait. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, but down here, this area actually does save it a lot, because it is actually pretty cool. But yeah, that's Beavers. Anyways, let's move on to numero 6. Alright, Penguins of the Jungle barely edges out. Well, actually, it doesn't even edge out. It's actually the same as Beaver's base. But I do like Penguins a lot more. It actually is another nation with walls. I just realized that. But Penguins is pretty cool. It may be like spread out, but all the buildings are actually pretty epic. He has the trees up here in the jungle, obviously. So is his other thing in the jungle. That, I don't know what to call it. I'm calling it a mansion. Well, actually, there is a mansion. So I guess you could call it a castle, but it's not a castle. It's something. Yep, it's something. But, yeah, that's why Penguins lands up here for the amazing build. And Cookie built most of this nation by himself. Just a lot may have been part of it, but I don't think he helped that much, not gonna lie. But yeah, let's move on to number 5. Alright, this may be like one of the most biased things you see on this list. I'm not gonna lie, because even Samus himself, who's basically the sole leader of Vertice, said Vertice is not worth being this high. There's definitely some bias involved with this, but Vertias is actually pretty cool. If we're including everything like Cataclysm, the portal, all of the statues, and I'm also including the events because LGT was hosted here. Yeah, LGT 2. No, was it 3? I think it was 2. LGT2 was hosted here. Vertias has a lot of things. It has a lot of things that nations don't have. Like, it has, like, a full-scale woolly farm, which is pretty epic. And then it also has just some high up houses, such as Slater's up on the snow mountain up there. And it's also, like, in this, like, crater, you could call it. It's on, like, this crater-ish area. Slater made this entire, like, by hand. A lot of things, you know, like, and you can, like, look. It's, like, Vertias is just, like, in this crater area. I could use a different word. Like, I know a word I could use for it, but, like, I'm not too sure if it's actually a correct word to use. And if it isn't, I will seem, like, really stupid. But, yeah, let's move on. Like the UB, this one's gonna have letters A through E. So let's move on to number 5A. Alright, Clash's Vertias house lands up here. It's quite unfinished and it's also quite weird. This is like the only finished area down here and it's not like the greatest at all. So yeah, this is pretty short explanation, but yeah, that's why Clash's lands up at number 5A. Let's move on to 5B. Samus's Vertias house is just unfinished, and you're probably wondering how to rank up above Clash's when Clash's has an actual house. Well, Samus was practically the sole leader of Vertias. He basically did everything for his nation. So, he has to at least get 5B. So yeah, let's move on to 5C. Alright, my Vertias house, maybe I would have given it like 7 maybe, but or 7.5, but I do also gotta consider the fact that I didn't even build this. Samus literally redesigned my house when he was fixing up the entirety of Vertias itself, and he made me this lovely house, which I love. I have a literal balcony. Like, this is amazing. Like, my house used to be some, like, tiny-ass island. Like, it was horrible. But yeah, my Vertias house lands up here for that reasoning. Anyways, let's move on to number 5D. Alright, Slater's Vertias house lands up at number 5D. It gets an 8 out of 10. It may shock you, but his house in here is really, 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 really epic. This campfire is pretty cool. His interior is actually pretty good. Slater's like really good at building, and also there's a very funny sign. This is Jump Bridge. I didn't show it, but it's very funny. So yeah, let's move on to number 5E. Cataclysm is never one of Slater's builds, but it is better than his house. Cataclysm is amazing, in my opinion. It has a lot of Hustle and Honey's flags for some reason. He also does have a warden hole, which is pretty epic. But yeah, there's not really much to say other than Cataclysm's interior is pretty epic. Warden hole's cool, Happy Box is cool, and yeah, that's really it. So let's finally move on to number 4. Alright, Neutral Zone lands up at the bottom of the 10s. Neutral Zone, it isn't, I mean, it's pretty good, but, like, some bits of it aren't the greatest, not gonna lie. So, yeah, like, I mean, everything else, like the parkour, the farms, the dragon, the arena, all of this, the shops, you know, Banana's shop, Moto, for God's sake. What is it, Beaver Burgers, I think I was thinking it was Beaver, I don't remember. The post office, everything about Neutral Zone is just amazing, but it can't just help that a lot of Neutral Zone is just unused. Unused is not the word. A lot of Neutral Zone is, how can I describe this? A lot of Neutral Zone isn't I don't know how to describe this well. Neutral Zone doesn't have a lot of things. Like, it doesn't have a lot of builds necessarily that are actually good. Like, some builds like Banana Shop are pretty good. But yeah, I finally worded it properly. Anyways, let's move on to number 3, top 3 time. Let's go. Alright, Tom's Ancient Pirates of Victoria Bay does land up here for the castle first off, and then for numerous good other builds in this area of his nation. He has this area, like, I don't even know how he built this all within a time of, like, 6 months. I mean, it's a lot of time to build, but, like, this is just straight wild. Like, the jungle also is just amazing. I love how, and also something that's even crazier is he did like half this entire nation by himself, besides the castle, which Matt did, obviously. There's not really much to say about Tom's. He has this area. Like, Tom's is also so spread out, but he also actually does fill a lot of the areas, which actually is pretty good. Anyways, let's move on to number 2. I'm sorry, Banana. I'm sorry. Your base has landed at 2 twice now. It landed at Abyss Armory, landed at 2, and the whatchamacallit, everyone for the 1 ranking, and now freaking the Cavern Cavalry lands up at number 2 on Loyalty. But Cavern Cavalry is amazing. It is one of the most hugest nations I have seen on the server, and it's just plain fantastic. Cavern Cavalry is a humongous cave. It has so many different sections, like this section, like Slater literally is a room in it, and it's just drenched in water. And frogs are just straight cool. Cavern Cavalry is one of, and if not the best nations ever. He has this entire area he mined out by hand. He has one of the longest villager halls I've seen on this server. Probably the, actually, no, Samus is definitely better. Never mind, and Samus is definitely longer. But yeah, Banana's base is just an incredible thing. Like, I'm not even gonna get to the cave because I can't even, just bladder out longer, But yeah, that's why Bananas lands up at number 2. Not gonna lie, Mick has actually told me to make Shiveria number 1, and I actually did, and it wasn't for him telling me, because I actually think Shiveria is worth number 1. I think I have a thing for snow biomes, because the last time Atomic Snow House got number 1. Yeah, Shiveria is in this, quaint little area. It has this quaint little campfire area. It also may be where Mick hid out in lore, and this place does also have some great lore reasons. But yeah, that's really it for why Shiveria gets up here. Mick's builds are also just incredible here. This nation is literally just amazing. It is amazing. But yeah, if you did enjoy the video, please subscribe. This video was so annoying to make. I did actually finish editing it in 2 days though, which is just amazing. This video is getting way too drawn out. This video is over 20 minutes long. I should just end it. If you did enjoy, subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment, like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. It should be montage Saturday? No, Sunday. Alright, I'll see you guys there. Bye!